Welcome everybody. Game 1 of 5 for these ACST bowlers. Justin Ruggiero on the right, Todd Hollbrook on the left. Todd and I bowled in this league last year against each other. Sparks, what's happening? Nick, welcome back, buddy. Now that I'm in a different state, pretty far away. Just barely, I didn't just barely make it here in time, but I did not have time to stop for lunch. Which is fine, I'll be fine. Good try. Can you guys see the pins okay? Do I need to go higher up? Oh. Todd Hollbrook getting some Bud Light action in. This is Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. All right, good. I've had a bit of weird angle. Like, I don't normally record here at Leda, so trying to figure out where to go was difficult for me. Oh, Justin's right through the middle again. These guys aren't going head-to-head. Justin will be battling against Craig Powers, and Todd Hollbrook is going against John Hogan. It is the home of Stars and Strikes back in the day. That is correct, yep. Well, that's because I'm not on like a table where I normally am. Like, I am on a table, but like I'm not a little higher up, so I have to do things at a different angle. Every bowling alley I go to has to go in a different way. Zoom in, Steven? Sure. I just wanted you guys to be able to see the scores. How about like that on Facebook? See if that's a little better for you guys there. Oh, nothing was for lunch yet. I'll probably wait till I get home and me and Mrs. Magic will go out and do something. She's doing something with one of her friends. She was supposed to come with me, but she was busy. Absolutely, Stephen. Can you guys see the scores okay, too? It's 26-27 right now. These guys, again, aren't facing each other. Oh, beautiful shot there from Justin. Let's go. Fall the other way. Wow, I can't believe that pin is standing. Oh. Hello, David. What's going on, buddy? Justin's going to try to... That was a good ball. It's exactly where he wanted to put it. Maybe hit it like an inch or more to the left or right, but... I am on multiple platforms again. I'm doing the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour page, the Facebook page that they run, and I'm also on, of course, my normal TikTok. This is Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Great bowling alley here. It's huge. I think there's like, 40 lanes here. Almost as big as Academy. They have it on two different sides. So here there's 18 lanes on this side and 36 lanes. So another 18 on the other side also. Oh, you're thinking of Craig Hollbrook, yes. Craig Hollbrook is a much better bowler than Todd Hollbrook. I love Todd to death, but there's few people as good as Craig. Speed on their balls, probably somewhere between 30 and 35. That's where most male bowlers have their speed up. Yes, Craig is a Hall of Famer. Literally one of the best who's ever held a Candlepin ball. And he still bowls, which is great. We have Craig Powers on the right and the giant John Hogan on the left. He was just talking to his son, I think. It is 5 frames at a time, and then you'll do 5 frames on the other side to complete your full game of 10 frames. Big John Stud. I haven't heard that name in a long time. That is some old school WWF action right there. Giant John Hogan is what I call him. He had texted me and asked if I could do this match, and I didn't respond right away. And then he came up in person, and I was too afraid to say no to him. He does, yeah. I think he bowls on Wednesdays. I know he bowls at Academy a lot. Academy is his home bowling alley. Great ball from Craig Powers. Great ball. Right down the middle, but it'll go. This is going to be a beautiful shot when he makes this one. So close. So close. Whoa, just a little to the left. So to remember, Craig Powers, the guy in white, is going against Justin Ruggiero, the guy who is in blue. And 2 green bowlers are bowling against each other. So through 2, Justin is up 18-16, and Todd Hollbrook is up 21-18. Oh, good ball. Good ball. Strike for John Hogan. Next spare for Craig. Let's keep these big scores going right now. Oh, all over the head pin. Big split though. Oh my God. John off to the left, but makeable shot. Hey, what's going on? Oh, okay. Yeah. Ooh, I thought Craig would have gone for the piece of wood on the right-hand side there. No Paul Grant today. I'm sorry to let you down, Nick. No. You guys are stuck with just me. So I'm not bowling today. So if I were, I might have had Paul do this. Paul usually does Justin's matches. Oh. John's still in the way. I thought I put the camera up high enough. There he goes. Good ball. Ooh. This ball curved to the right, or what happened there? Thank you, Dom, for sharing the live. I appreciate it. At the halfway point, Craig Powers is up 45-41 over Justin. And John Hogan is up 51-43, if I can read that right. Very hard to see for me. Especially the one on the left seems to be like inverted in a weird way. Oh, good ball. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, absolutely, I can explain that. So if you look about 10 feet out here, there's a red line. Other places, there's other things. Your ball has to make contact with the lane prior to that line, or else it's a foul ball, and it shouldn't count. These are the old CRTs. They're actually replacing them. Lanes 19 through 36 all have the updated ones. Yeah, Alicia, this is not only like bowling, it actually is bowling. It's just not 10 pin that you might be more used to. This is called Candlepin bowling. It's basically New England's variation on it. It actually has been around a little bit longer than 10 pin bowling, but it's very regional and never really grew outside of this area. The only real difference is obviously the ball size and pin size are much smaller than a common 10 pin. We get to use the fallen pins to make our spares and our 10s, and we get 3 throws per frame. So for the lob line, it is bowler's call for the most part. If it was a high, it used to be back in the day, if it was like a high class tournament, you would have people literally watching it, and it would be their job to call it on people. For now, if you throw a lob, you're supposed to call it on yourself. You're not allowed to call it on other people. It's a weird rule that we have, but and most people don't call it on themselves, unfortunately. It is actually easier for kids, DJ. I fully agree with you. It's much easier to throw a 2-pound ball than a 16-pound ball, especially for younger kids. Welcome back, Lee. Welcome back. But still, like, even a kid is not going to be able to get a 300. The 300 has never happened in this game. I'm not even bowling, Tyler. How can I be on fire? I mean, that means I haven't missed a shot yet today, I guess. Oh, good ball from Justin. Keep it going. True, yeah. I think my grandmother, back when she was still healthy. Ooh, nice shot from Todd Holbrook. Yeah, like my grandmother used to bowl up until she was like 80 years old. She stopped recently because of health issues, but she was always bowling. Oh, it's sadly. Nick, that's a great line. I love it. I mean, you're probably not wrong. Oh, Justin overthrew that ball. Take a deep breath, kid. This is in New England. Yep, this is Nashua, New Hampshire. Leda Lanes. Home of the former Stars and Strikes. Great ball. Keep it going. We are live now on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Facebook page. And, of course, my Tony the Magic Man TikTok. Can't go wrong with either one if you want to keep watching them. Hampton, New Hampshire is great. I love Hampton. Go to Hampton Beach all summer long. You can definitely play the wood here in Candlepin. So this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Oh, Weir's Beach, very nice. See, you're up at the fun spot. Yep, I loved going up there as a kid. Oh, nice strike for Craig Powers. On fire right now. It's not a kid's game. Like, kids can definitely do it, but no, it's a real bowling game, you know? Perfect games have never happened in this at all. Well, you can feel free to keep scrolling if you don't like it, but I highly recommend watching it because once you start watching it, you're really going to start loving Candlepin bowling. This is significantly harder than 10-pin bowling, yes. Yeah, generally you can expect a really good score of being 100, and obviously that's not the case in 10-pin bowling, where your scores are going to be much, much higher. Yeah, if you were a 10-pin bowler and you came to this area and like you decide to move here, you're going to switch to a Candlepin bowler. Unfortunately, nothing like this in New York City. In New York, as far as I know, there's only one, and it's found in Albany. It is not children's bowling at all, no. No, Candlepin bowling, the greatest form of bowling that there is. Yeah, sorry. This is at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Do I have any admins here? It is 3 shots, actually. Thank you. Appreciate that, Lee. We don't like you can, make fun of this game a little bit, but I don't like words like that, so you don't talk like that. You get 3 shots per frame. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare, third ball is total pinfall only. Because you actually get to use the wood to make your spares and your tens. Yeah, Leah's great. Yeah, so Candlepins are actually very sturdy. And obviously getting hit with a 2-pound ball, you're not going to break them too often. So that's why we actually get to leave them down there. Makes it for a more fun way to make your spares, make your tens. You really learn how to use that wood to become a better bowler. Lanes are the exact same length as a 10-pin lane. 60 feet long and however many feet wide the 10-pin lanes are. It is very, very hard. Yep. Yeah, I mean, off-brand bowling, I don't mind that. That people can say that. I have no problem with stuff like that. But saying stuff like the other guy was saying and just being rude is not acceptable. It is more fun, and it's much quicker pace too. Like in 10-pin, you're waiting for your ball to come back a lot. We have a set of 4 balls when we buy them. So you're basically just grabbing your next ball and getting ready to throw again. You don't have to wait for it. Oh, good ball from Craig. Again, another person we can block. There we go. You can block them too. We don't need that. We don't need just a mute for those people. Yeah, like for some reason we've had a lot of that recently, and there's no call for any kind of comments like that. What is this, Mitch? This is called Candlepin bowling. It's the best kind of bowling there is. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Highest score I've ever seen. Steve Walker threw a 204 one time. It's literally the only 200 I've ever seen in my entire life. No, Candlepin has actually been around since the 1880s, about 10 years longer than 10-pin. I just want to give you guys the scores real quick. John Hogan won 99-92 against Todd Holbrook, and Craig Powers won 107 to, what'd your dad get? 94. That's it? 94? I expect better from him.
Yeah, me too.
200 is absolutely absurd, yes. It is not nationwide. It's a very regional sport. Like, you're really not going to find this outside of northern New England and Atlantic Canada. Answering Scott Hogden on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Facebook page. I'm also on my own TikTok channel that I have. It's Tony the Magic Man. if you want to follow me over there too. We got about 300 or 400 people watching over there, so most of my comments are going to be directed towards the thing where I have a lot of chat going at the moment. Yeah, so I coach his son, and his son and my son bowled together in the kids league last year. So I don't know. I thought Justin, he's usually better than 94 when I see him. I've never seen that show. Never seen that at all. Duckpin is definitely different, yeah. So duckpin balls are a little bit bigger than candlepin balls, and their pins look more like 10 pins, but much, much shorter. Yeah, Scott, actually, believe it or not, I can get, like, usually, like, on my Tuesday night league especially, hundreds of thousands of people to watch. It's pretty crazy. I bowled earlier today, Mike. I'm not going to be bowling I'm not bowling in this. I'm just recording, and I'll make some highlight reels from all their shots after. Highest I personally bowled is I've only bowled a 168. I did it a couple of years ago at Academy Lanes. I feel like I'm a much better bowler now than I was back then, but for some reason I still haven't passed that. Wally, we are at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. What? Somebody's watching. You're Scott. You're watching from the Ukraine? Wow. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're safe there. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just going by what I read on Google, and there was 1880s for candlepin and 1890s for 10-pin. 10-pin was sort of around before that, but it was known as 9-pin. And then they made 9-pin illegal, and so they just added a pin. That's the story I've been told, so. I don't believe he is, Jake, but you never know. Oh, okay, that's good, Scott. That is good. Like, I don't know, I just hear stories about what's going on in Ukraine, and I can only go by what I hear on the news. And they're never going to talk about the good things. Ooh, just missed it for Justin. It is a lot of fun sitting here. I'll be sitting at a 39 right now. So this is Class C and Class D in the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. So you're not going to expect, like 150 scores out of these guys for the most part. Candlepin ball generally will cost, we buy them in sets of 4, and you can get them anywhere between $250 and $350 for the full set of 4. Finally. No oil on the lanes. Nope. These are just straight, I think these are wooden lanes. I'd have to go down there and look, but they look like they're wood. So basically, Kathy, welcome. The reason they're throwing it so hard on when they're going for a single pin, it's because you don't want to change your arm motion too much. If you're very consistent and accurate with a 32-mile-an-hour ball, we'll say, you don't want to change it up all of a sudden to throw a 14-mile-an-hour ball. You'll take some speed off it to hit your single pins, but you'll go from 32 to, say, 28. Does that make sense? Like, you don't want to change your throw too much. The ball is not a foot wide. You're only throwing a 4-inch ball, so you still have to throw the same ball to be accurate. The pins weigh 2 pounds 8 ounces, so slightly heavier than the balls. And Kathy, this is the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. It's the thing I do too. I'm in the Class B division. Craig Powers and Justin Ruggiero are in Class C, and I believe John Hogan and Todd Hollbrook are Class D. Yeah, it used to be a nice Chinese food place right next door, but when I pulled up today, I noticed they demolished the building. I'm going to leave you guys for a second. The Michael Jordan of Candlepin, I think of all time, probably Tommy Olsta. It's just got such a great name and was just an unbelievable bowler. Chinese food sounds good, doesn't it? Has Candlepin ever break? I don't know what that means. Oh, has a Candlepin ever broken? Yes. Yeah, generally the caps on the two ends will break off. It'll snap at the very end. And if they're going to break, that's how they're going to do it. But generally, Candlepins are very sturdy and last about 15 years. So you're not going to see a Candlepin break too often. Never been a perfect game ever thrown in Candlepin. 245 is the most that's ever happened. And that's actually happened twice. Randomly the same score happened twice. Alright, so reasonable average for someone who is just good is 100. If you can average 100 in most leagues, you're going to be one of the better bowlers in your league. If you can average like a 110 to 115 to 120, basically you're going to be doing like the pro tournaments and stuff like that. If you can average a 135 in this game, you're going to literally be the best in the game. We got two bowlers who average about 135, Justin Waters and Josh Daly, and they are literally the best in the game. Why not normal balsam? Balsam's really a Christmas thing. Do people spin it? No, not really, because speed is a very important part of the game. Spinning takes a lot off your ball, and you generally don't want to be doing that. Strikes for pro bowlers only happen about 9% of the time. This is really more of a spare game or a 10 game more than anything else. Mostly it's about hitting the head pin, knocking down as many as you can, and then make those spares afterward. That is what this game is all about. This is actually not a new sport. It's been around since the 1880s. But it is very, very regional. I bowled earlier in the King of the River tournament that I did, Kathy, but I am not bowling in this today. Ooh, come on, fall down, knock some more pins down. Scores are almost the exact same as 10 pin. So first ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare, the exact same as 10 pin. The third ball is the only real difference, and that is just total pinfall. It is some kind of bowling. Yep, it's called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling. I'm doing great today. I bowled in the King of the River tournament earlier. Got 6th place, which wasn't enough to do anything, but it was okay. It was fun. Lanes are the exact same length as a 10-pin lane. 60 feet long. It's actually an American sport. Started in Worcester, Massachusetts. I guess back in the day they were bowling like cannonballs, basically, and that's where the ball size came from. No oil on the lanes, no. Yeah, some people drop the ball. It's just what they do. Generally, you do want to kind of put it out there a little bit more, but you want to make sure you don't lob the ball also. It is 3 shots. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare, third ball is just total pinfall. Highest recorded score ever is a 245. Ralph Semb was the first one to do it, and Chris Sargent was the most recent one to do it. My grandfather was a pin setter back when he was a kid. Oh, nice shot from Justin. Fall down. There it is. Nice strike. There you go. You guys wanted to see a strike. We finally got one. Yeah, they do 5 frames at a time, and then they sit. Then the next bowlers come up. They do their 5, and then they switch sides. Generally, another courtesy thing is the bowler on the right always goes first. So that's why you see Justin waiting for Todd Holbrook to finish his box and then continue on. This sport is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Yes, Jimmy, actually we have sets of 4. So when you come here, you bring 4 balls, and we all have our own sets up there. You do get to play the wood to make your spares and your 10s. If a pin is down, it is down, but you still get to use it, and we don't clear the wood in between. Yeah, they're sending a heart me. Thank you, thank you. The balls can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. If you're talking about the bowlers, I would rather not guess how much they weigh. Less than me, I can tell you that. Yeah, my grandfather was a pin setter way back in the day at Riverwalk Lanes. Mark, this is Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Oh, good ball. Good ball. One more. One more for the strike. Come on. Didn't want to go. Didn't want to go. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me if you've never heard of Candlepin bowling before. Candlepin bowling is a very, very regional sport and really never got outside of this area. Oh, no. You're not understanding, Riley. Accuracy is always the first and most important thing to have. Power is number 2, though. Like a lot of 10-pin bowlers will talk about their spin on the ball and their revolutions, and we don't even look at that really when we're talking about how we bowl. Yeah, not only is it an East Coast sport, it is northern New England. So you're talking only Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont. That's it. And like Canada also. When and where are the Worlds? I will be going to the Worlds as a recorder. I'm not on a team, unfortunately. I didn't make it. Nobody's picked me up yet. The mixed Worlds will be happening first in June, and that is at Academy Lanes, my home bowling alley. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not necessarily harder to aim, but you have less room to miss. So the 10-pin ball, it's what, like a foot wide almost? And with these balls, they're only 4 inches wide. So you really can't miss much at all. You absolutely should. 240, like development, all you have to do is talk about the high scores. I mean, all sorts of trivia you can bring up on this. A good average in Candlepin is a 100. If you can average 100, you're going to be one of the better bowlers in your regular league. If you can average a 115, 120, you can basically be on the pro leagues with everybody else. And if you can average a 135, you'll be the best in the game. Oh my God, you're really pushing me. I believe Ralph Sem was in 1985. You're really pushing me here. I don't know for sure. And Chris Sargent's was, I believe, in like 2011. Yeah, duckpin's similar to both Candlepin and 10-pin, with a slightly bigger ball than a Candlepin ball, and the pins look slightly like 10 pins, but much smaller. The question about the multiple frames at a time. I don't know why you wouldn't do multiple frames at a time. Like, I don't understand why 10-pin bowlers only go one frame at a time. Like here, you do your 5 in a row. You can kind of get into a rhythm. You can get into a groove, and like if you're bowling well, you can keep going. And if you're bowling poorly, you can kind of work your way out of it and kind of like become better. So again, like I don't understand why you wouldn't do like more than one at a time. Yeah, I know. I asked about the Canadian high score from a couple different Canadians that I knew, and nobody really knew the answer to that. Nope, you don't clean the deck in between. You get to use those to make your spares and your tens. I'm going to run and grab a lemonade real quick. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright, in the 10th. 103 for Justin. Craig is currently at a 99. He needs to make this in order to beat Justin. John is not going to beat Todd this game. Oh, it went. Nice shot, Craig. Way to go. Well, that does not count for John. No, this is for... That might have been a little too quick, Lee, but that's okay. It is what it is. So no, this is... people who do this can definitely bowl. This is regular bowlers. I know he did. That was so fast. Oh, okay. You recognize the name? Here it is automatic at this bowling alley. Some places, most places that I bowl at, you keep score yourself. This place is one of the automatic ones. Lee is on point. He's a sniper for sure. Well, that's what we do at Riverwalk Lanes, Josh. My boy Josh Potts right there. One of my best friends in the whole world. Not very good at card games, but you know he's still a good friend. My personal Mount Rushmore: Tommy Ulster, Craig Holbrook. It's got to be one of the Baldinellis, Tony Marie probably, and of course myself. We got to put me on the board, so I'll go up there with the other one. Yeah, the second line is called a lob line. So your ball has to make contact with the lane before that line, or else it's a foul ball. So you can't just throw the ball out there softball style and hit the pins. Your ball has to make contact with the lane and actually roll down there. I love it, Tundra Geek. I love when people have never seen this before and then they keep watching it. I know I really love Candlepin bowling and I really enjoy it so much. So I like sharing it with other people. I have gotten a strike before, believe it or not. Generally, I throw more strikes than I do spares, if that makes sense. For me, I don't know. I'm just a better strike thrower. What's happening, Reeve? Not everyone abides by the lob line. That is correct, unfortunately. It is bowler's call. You have to call it on yourself. Reeve, what's happening, my man? Yes. So, Dylan, it's a lot like golf. Golf is also a lot of fun, but also very, very frustrating. I guarantee Mark Ritchie would allow that. Yeah. No, of course not. Why would you mention any names in particular? Max is good. Max is working today at his regular job. Kid stays very, very busy. Great ball from Justin. Let's go. Todd's off to the right. Play that wood. Missed it. So remember, these guys aren't battling against each other. The two green shirts are fighting each other. Craig, I keep on to call him Craig Holbrook because I just see the name. Todd Holbrook and John Hogan, and Craig Powers versus Justin Ruggiero. You love football. Hello, hello. Well, if you do make that 14-hour drive, you have to let me know. And either record it or just do something. I am not bowling in this today. I am just recording, hanging out, watching some of my friends bowl. This is Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. That's a weird question. It's a Candlepin ball. Listen, if you guys ever come up here, it doesn't have to be a TonyCon. You can just come up here, let me know when you're going to be here at Riverwalk Lanes, and I will make sure I'm there. I met one other person there one time. He asked me if I wanted to bowl with him. And I've met a couple people at Academy Lanes, and they came there just to like meet me and hang out with me. Scoring the same if you somehow get a strike. Yes. Yes, it is. If you get a strike, if you get 12 strikes, it's still a 300. But as you can see, it's not something that's commonly done. try to let me know ahead of time if you are coming up this way. That way I'm not like busy already doing something else. Oh, Academy would have plenty of room for that. But we could also just rent the upstairs at the Lafayette Club and use the other room for some magic stuff. This is Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Paul, happy Sunday, buddy. Happy Sunday. Nice seeing you here. Yep, Leda Lanes. I will be here again soon to go up against Paul Mativier, who just threw a 609, I think, against Joe Rocheleau. You really think Lakeside is better? I think I like Leda Lanes better than Lakeside. Not that I dislike either one of them. I think they're both both really good. But the Wi-Fi is much better here for sure. Drinks are fantastic here. The lemonade is top notch. Yep, the lane is the exact same size as a 10-pin lane. Believe it or not, the exact same size. Riverwalk is the best for sure. Kegler's Den, yep. Oh, the lemonade here, like I said, best lemonade out there. 300 has never happened in Candlepin. I've only seen a single 200 in my entire life. So, oh my God, you can stop now with that stuff, Mr. Football. I'll sick Lee on you. You don't want that. Candlepin is very much only in northern New England. Yep. So you're talking Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont, and Atlantic Canada only. There we go. I knew that was going to be coming. I knew that was coming. Candlepin is awesome. Yep. John Hogan's going to throw a strike. Calling it now. Calling it for John. All right, if he hit the head pin, that might have gone for a strike. I am not bowling today. I am just recording. That's all. There is a single one in Ohio, but I'm told you have to either rent out the whole place or you have to be like a member of their club or something. Yeah, but when he does, it all goes down. Scoring is almost the exact same as 10-pin. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare, exact same everything that way. Third ball is the only difference, and that is just total pinfall. Well, this is a bowling alley and it offers this. Does this lane have 10-pin also? No. No, this is just a Candlepin bowling house. The machines in the back are completely different between the two sports. This is significantly harder than 10-pin bowling, yes. Yeah, DJ, because our pins are so sturdy and the ball weighs less than the pins don't really take as much damage as you might think, and that's why we get to use them. No, if you spare with your second ball, it's just a spare. Then you reset the lane and get one bonus ball out of your next frame. If you get them all done your third ball, it is just a 10, it is not a spare. And you don't get any bonus balls out of it. I've never been to the lighthouse. I have never been over there. Scoring works the exact same as 10-pin for the most part. First ball is still a strike. If you get 12 strikes in a row, it is still a 300. Spares, same thing as 10 pin. If you knock them all down on your second ball, you get one bonus ball out of your next frame. The third ball is the only difference between the two sports, and if you knock them all down with your third ball, it is just a 10, or total pinfall only. No bonus balls out of your next frame. But other than that, it's the exact same scoring-wise. That makes sense, Josh. That makes sense. Gary only throws 2, but that's all he needs. Gary has never thrown a third ball in his whole life. If you don't know who Gary is, well, you were missing out the other night, let me tell you. Gary is to bowling as Chuck Norris is to Gary, okay? There are strikes, yes. It's just not as common as it is in other forms of bowling. Average weight of the ball is probably between 2 pounds 6 ounces and 2 pounds 7 ounces. You can get slightly less than that, but most people who have their own are going to use either 2 5s, 2 6s, or 2 7s. Do the pins have to? No. As long as the pin is laying down, it is down. So once that's down, it can stay on the lane, but it's still considered a down pin. Gary is the man, yes. No one has ever bowled a 300 except for Gary. He threw a 301 one time. No, 300 has never happened. Peter, I am not. I know you're watching on Facebook, but we have another chat going on the TikTok, and we got people asking a bunch of questions about it. I am not a person who calls a match normally, Peter. I'm sorry. I answer questions that people ask, talk about the game, talk about Candlepin. You have to look for Paul Grant or Corey or Chris, one of the other guys to be able to call a regular match like they do. They do a so much better job than I do with that. There is nothing in Wisconsin. I am very sorry. Nope, you're going to have to come to northern New England to do it. Yeah, I wish they still had the Stars and Strikes also. I wish Candlepin was definitely a bigger sport than it is. All right, in the 10th, we got Justin with a 91 plus a ball. He overthrew the ball, completely overthrew it there for 92. Yep, you are allowed to use the down pins to make your spares and your 10s. Roach, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Pretty much only found in northern New England and Atlantic Canada. You got to stop overthrowing that ball. Yep. Take your time. You don't need a strike on it. Just hit the head pin.
I'm hearing it a lot.
Once you learn that, no, don't even think about it. Just go up there, hit the head pin. Don't care about what happens. You are way overthrowing it when you get up there on a mark. I can see it immediately once you release that ball that you're trying to throw it about 2 miles an hour faster. You don't need to do that. I mean, I do coach kids on Saturday mornings, so it's not like I know exactly what I'm doing, but what did Candlepin originate? When did it? Back in the 1880s. Yeah, so you still want to hit the pocket. You still want to hit the head pin a little off to the side. It's not like in 10 pin where you want to hit it at an angle as big. You still want to hit it with a more straight ball, but kind of at a little bit of an angle, if that makes sense. There you go. Nice ball from John. Believe it or not, I have actually seen cannonballs before. Like in my hometown of Amesbury, Massachusetts, one of the places I used to live had a statue. I think it was an actual cannon, but they made it so it couldn't shoot anymore, and it had like a big pile of cannonballs next to it. That was more of a statue down there. Highest score I've ever seen is a 245. No, I have not seen 240. Highest score I've ever seen is a 204. Sorry. And that was Steve Walker threw that. Highest score ever was a 245, but I did not see it. I wish I did. Anything over 200 is insane, and I feel lucky that I was able to watch that one game. I think he had 2 triples in that string. Everything I've been told is this is a slightly older game than 10 pin. But 10 pin also had earlier roots. So 10 pin was around before that, but it was known as 9 pin. And then a lot of places made 9 pin illegal, saying it was contributing to gambling and drinking and a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, hit it! Come on! And so they made 9 pin bowling illegal, so people just added a pin. My highest score is at 168. Did it a couple of years ago at Academy, and even though I think I'm a better bowler now than I was back then, haven't been able to beat it yet. One day, someday soon, I'm hoping. All right, going into the 10th frame. Good ball from John Hogan. Let's go. He is at a 97 plus 7, so he's going to win this match. He's already won. And Craig is going to need to make this spare to win this match. Craig on the left, Craig Powers, needs to make this spare. I am streaming this on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Facebook page, if you wanted to watch it over there.
Merry Christmas.
Also, if you want to follow me on Facebook, you can definitely do that. I have the same name as I do here, Tony Levesque. 109 for John Hogan to Todd's 101, and 84 for Craig Powers to Justin Ruggiero's 92. I have to go to work early too, so I would not be able to stay up late. I will let you know when I find out what Katie's doing tonight. And that sounds good. I could leave here and go straight to your house. 10th frame works just like every other one, just like in 10 pin. If you get a strike, you get 2 more balls. If you get a spare, you get 1 more ball. Highest score today, I think, was John's score just a minute ago, 109 or whatever that was. Yes, you'll definitely have better audio here because I have a microphone hooked up to that phone. No, this is a Candlepin bowling center. There is no 10 pin at all here. There's no 10 pin probably within 20, 30, 40 miles of here. What's up? Okay. I can't hear a word you're saying. I'm half deaf.
In Amesbury, they have 10 pin.
Yeah, in Amesbury, yeah. But that's 30 miles from here.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I literally came from there to come here, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Dover used to have it. Yeah. Well, it just closed.
Oh,
Like literally, they closed it like this weekend.
oh, really?
Yeah.
I know I think there's still Brunswick, Lowell, Brunswick Lanes.
Where's that?
Lowell, I think.
In Lowell? I don't know.
I think.
Is there a rivalry between this and 10-pin bowling? Not on our side. Most of us don't care about 10-pin bowling at all. But if you watch any of my streams, you're going to see a lot of 10-pin bowlers come in there and try to trash talk Candlepin for whatever reason.
I was 10 pin Lowell. But I don't touch anybody.
How were you back when you were a 10-pin bowler?
Average was 210.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Highest game was at 289.
Nice.
10 strikes in a row, and I left like the 9 pin.
Oh, that's terrible. 289 is still a good score.
Yeah. I had 3 game matches, 722.
Wow.
Good for our 10 pin.
Yep, no, I know. Anything over 700 is like, don't you get a patch or something?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, 700 triple is never going to happen here.
You're lucky if you did. You did, but I don't think
You're
it's
lucky. I mean, the world record for a triple is Mark Ritchie's 545 or something for a triple.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know he owns the record, but
Yeah, geez.
I can't imagine being so on that I throw 2 200s in a game, you know?
Tough to do.
Yeah. I've never thrown more than a 168, so. Nice shot, Todd. Nice shot.
I see 140. No, that's
Okay. That's not bad. I think once you find the head pin more often, you're going to be knocking a lot more down.
yeah.
But you definitely, with your first ball, seem to be a little bit off every single time.
Make sure I stay on.
Yeah.
Let it roll across the body.
That's a good ball, though. Like, that's a good leave. I would definitely take Todd's over Justin's.
Yeah.
ACST does not do patches at all. No. Nice shot from Todd.
Shot, Todd.
I mean, that would be a lot of fun if they did.
Oh my God.
Someone's going to talk to Danny about that. I would love to get a pin or something that said ACST triple strike. That would be fantastic. ACST high, whatever. What is this? Trex? This is, or T-Rex, I guess is probably your actual name. This is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. CT, Connecticut golfer. In Candlepin bowling, speed actually is your friend. You generally don't want to throw a slower ball because in 10-pin, when you throw it slower, the pins don't go back right away. In Candlepin, when your ball hits the pins, they generally tend to go sideways and bounce off the sidewalls. So if you want more pin action, you throw it a little bit harder and they bounce off and around and they do the stuff. Kyla, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Craig Powers on the head pin. Oh, I can't believe that wasn't a strike. Oh, I thought when that left his hand that was going to be a strike. How did that 10 pin stay up? Yeah, like generally those, like accuracy is still the number one thing, but speed is number two. How did he fit the ball in between that hole right there? Oh. John missed his shot. He had to be farther to the right, believe it or not. Sweep that wood across. You definitely don't want to cap the wood there. Yeah, earlier I was bowling and it was a lot of fun. This is just some Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour bowlers. Great bowlers. And I love watching the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour is fantastic. A lot of great bowlers here. I bowled Lucky Strike in Lynn, if that's what you mean. But I never in Dorchester. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of bad leaves in this game. This is not a strike game. This is a spare game more than anything else, or a 10 game even. It's about hitting the head pin, getting as many pins down as you can, and then make your spares and your 10s afterward. Oh, what a shot! What a shot!
Good job, John. What a lucky shot is what he meant to say.
No, Lucky Strike was definitely in Lynn. There might have been one in Dorchester too, but I know Lucky Strike in Lynn was definitely there. This is the most common type of bowling in this area. So basic scoring is the same as 10 pin for the most part. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare. Third ball is just total pinfall. Worst head pin hit for me, I've seen just the 1-9, I've seen just the 1-8, the 1-5 is terrible. Like none of those are good. I have a video on my Facebook page, TikTok too, but the Facebook one has like millions of views. Of me hitting just the 1-3, which is ridiculous. I hit it in the pocket and only took out the 1-3.
That was unlucky.
It was like, my God, like at least it got millions of views, which is the most important thing.
That was unlucky. Right, the last one I don't know, but that one.
The ball can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces, but that's mostly like the glow bowling balls and the ones you do for fun, to 2 pounds 7 ounces. Most people will use, if they have their own sets, 2 6s or 2 7s. Is this similar to duck pin? It is similar, I guess, but there's as many differences between duck pin and candlepin as there is candlepin and 10 pin. No, if you get them all down in your third ball, it is just total pinfall. It will just be a 10. No bonus balls at all. So like if you get a spare on your second ball, you get 1 bonus ball out of your next frame. You don't get that on the third ball. I mean, I hope you're being serious, Thomas. Thank you. I never know if people are being sarcastic or not when they say great camera positioning. I want to make sure you can see the scores up above, and you can see the bowlers and the pins getting knocked down. Perfect game has never happened in Candlepin bowling. 245 is the most that's ever happened. I'm not bowling today. I mean, I bowled earlier today in a completely different tournament, but I'm not bowling in this. I'm just here recording and watching my friends bowl. Oh, Craig. Craig. I keep calling him Craig. Todd. Okay. Well, thank you, DJ. I appreciate it. Basically, I just want to talk to the people and explain different questions that they have, because I know most people when they see this have never heard of Candlepin bowling, and I just try to answer as many questions as I can about it. Yes, there are Candlepin bowling places. That's what this is. Leda Lanes has 36 lanes of just Candlepin bowling. Oh, great ball from Justin. Let's go. Hit it. Take your time on this one. Jay, the rules are very similar to 10-pin bowling, believe it or not. So your first ball is still a strike, your second ball is still a spare, third ball is just total pinfall, and we get to use the fallen pins to make our spares and our 10s. Other than that, it's the same as 10-pin bowling. So JK, the purpose of bowling it as hard as they do on for single pin, generally you don't want to change up your ball too much. So if you normally throw a 32 mile an hour ball, we'll say, and you're trying to make a single pin, you're going to slow your ball down to get a little more accuracy, but you might slow it down to 28 miles an hour because that's just how you normally throw the ball. If you were to slow it down to like a 14 mile an hour ball, your arm angle is going to be different. Everything is going to be different, and you want to be as consistent as you can. Graham, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. No, actually, most males, like adult males, will throw the ball between 30 and 35 miles an hour, and females will throw it between 25 and 30. Yeah, well, Josh Daly is still going to be accurate at 50 miles an hour, yes. And he only throws it also about 45 miles an hour, so. But yes, I know what you mean. Oh, it's going to go. Oh, what a shot, Todd. What a shot. Good read up there. This is not in the Olympics yet. 100 is actually a very good score, yes. If you can average 100, you're going to be one of the better bowlers in your league. Yep, if you can average like a 150, like a 115 to a 120, you can basically be in the pro league with all the other pros. Oh, come on. If you can average a 135, you'll be literally the best bowler in the game. Generally, you want to throw a straight ball. If you throw a big curve on your ball, you're going to take speed off your ball. And as I said before, speed is actually pretty important in this game. I am in a different place than I was before, yep. Before I was at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury. This is Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. So Justin finished with a 97. Again, these guys aren't bowling head-to-head. Wow, pocket shot with only 4 pins falling there. Unbelievable. I was live earlier today from 9:30 till about 12, and then I rushed over here to Leda, and I'm recording now from 1 till probably about 3 o'clock. Tom, Craig has been very good tonight. Or today, I guess I should say. I've seen him bowl a couple other times live in the amateur Candlepin bowling tour with me. But he's been very good so far. Yeah, if you average a 200 in 10-pin bowling, basically you want to cut that in half to find out your Candlepin average. So if you were 200, you'll be about 100 average bowler in this, if you kept up with it. You're not going to get 100 your first game, guaranteed. Nick, that is so accurate what you're saying. Yes. consistency is extremely important, but not rewarded. That is so sad, but it is also very, very true. Yeah, generally the wood is a big help for the most part, but other times it can literally block your pin, and you'll throw a perfect ball and the wood will stop it. Oh, John. The giant John Hogan missed that completely. Craig, though, with a nice spare. It is hard to get a strike, yep. Pro bowlers, I guess, only average about 9% of the time throwing strikes, according to Candlepin Bowling Network. Yes, it is like it is just bowling with smaller balls. Yes, but you can't use that word. So, TikTok will immediately stop you from using that word. What do they weigh? The balls weigh anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. The pins weigh 2 pounds 8 ounces. So the balls will never weigh more than a pin, which is why generally they bounce side to side rather than front to back. I took Route 3. So is that the Everett Turnpike? Yes, this is definitely bowling. It's just Candlepin bowling, not the 10-pin bowling you might be more used to. Yep, Candlepin bowling. The greatest kind of bowling that there is. Great ball from John. Don't get frustrated with that, John. That was a good ball. Like, I saw him throw his arms up, but there's nothing you can do. Like, that was a good ball. Yeah, we have our own version of a perfect game. It's called a clean game in 10-pin is the same as a perfect game in Candlepin. Just because 300 is almost never going to happen. Good ball from Craig Powers. Craig is sitting at an 89 right now. He needs 9 to win, 8 to tie. John Hogan needs a triple strike to win. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's one, John. Powers is lobbing the ball. I don't think so, but I will keep an eye on that. That was definitely not a lob, so I don't know what you're talking about there. The proper form, so generally, oh God, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a 3-step approach is the best way to do it. And then have your arm, I don't know, be like a grandfather clock, straight up and down. Tie game between Craig and Justin. No, I don't know Joanne, sorry. Okay, John misses it. Doesn't win this game. I think he rushed that ball too. Highest known score is a 245. The most recent person to do it was Chris Sargent. Ralph Sem was the first one to do it. Only 2 people have ever thrown a 245. I know. I'm sure you do. So they do 5 frames at a time. So you'll see now Justin and Todd will do 5 frames. They'll sit down, and then John and Craig will come up and do their 5 frames. My highest is a 168. I'd like to do a little bit better. Zernike, sure, of course. Stasha? Nah. I appreciate it though. Yes, they switch lanes. So they'll always start on the lane that they started on to begin with, and then their second half will be on the other side. It'll be 5 games today. I think this is game 4 so far. You definitely would, Danny, until you got used to it. That's really the issue that a lot of people have, is they start overthrowing the ball.
Someone was asking for the scores.
Someone was asking for the scores?
Yeah.
Oh, Craig was probably? Or
What?
who was asking for it? Craig?
I think it was Todd.
Oh, okay. I'll give it to him. I got their scores now. I'll go up there. If you guys want that.
Huh?
Scores? So apparently they've already done 4 games. This is game 5. And this will be the final game between these two. I don't know if that pin is good on lane 8. I think he's gonna. Hey, John or Craig, is that pin good? So he's gonna run down there and double check that pin. Make sure it's in still the field of play. If it is not in the field of play, then he will pull it out. It is still good to play. As you can see, there's no oil on the lanes. He's not even skipping. Not even skipping. Does it bounce off the pins? Like a 10-pin ball or like a Candlepin ball? Yes, they bounce off the pins. Gary definitely would have skipped. Oh, nice ball from Justin. Not hitting the head pin and still getting 7 pins down like that is impressive. Todd making it. Nice shot. Nice shot. And Justin should make this 10. He does. He does. My average is a 105, which is good. It is not on the pro level. It's slightly below that, which is why I call myself like semi-pro. I wish I were as good as the pro bowlers. Just, it is what it is. Have I heard how Panini is? I don't know what you're talking about. So Justin and Craig Powers are Class C, which is, I believe, like 98 to 102 average. And Todd Hollbrook and John Hogan, I believe, are Class D, which is anything below 98. No, there you go, Todd. Nice shot, kid. You're talking about Rich Lottie, my teammate on Tuesday. He's been okay so far. Yeah, in Oregon, I'm sorry, there is no Candlepin bowling at all in Oregon. This is a very regional sport. Yeah, Rich is perfectly fine. He just doesn't have a car for a little bit. Nice spare. You must be talking about Phil Clough. Where is this? This is Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. All right, lemonade time again. I will be back in a minute. Just give me a second. All right, I'm back. They are definitely the old CRTs for sure. What do I do for a living? I'm a truck driver who delivers bread for a living, for the most part. No oil, nope. So I'm a bread man by day, bowler by night. The lanes are not slippery, no. No, you can run down them. Craig Powers ran down it earlier to check on a pin. Well, bacon grease, on Mondays we throw bacon grease down there just to keep it, a little spicy. Keep it fun. Gotta watch out for the little clumps of bacon pieces that are still there. Oh, I'm rolling in the dough. Are you kidding me? I'm in bread, but don't tell me I'm in bread. Is there a pin up there right now? No. Oh yeah, there is. Sure, I'll show you guys a pin. John, do you mind if I grab that pin for a second?
Huh?
They want to see the pin.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big pin. Like, it's a lot bigger than you might think. You guys see how big that was? Like they're, like I said, a lot bigger than you might think. Rachel, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we get a lot of special needs people who come down here and do Candlepin.
Where else do they have that?
Yeah. Just hit the. Oh.
It's so late.
Yeah.
We can just hit the button on this side, though.
I bowled earlier today, Rachel. Right now, I am just recording and showing off the other Atlantic Candlepin single store bowlers.
Where the hell is this?
Yeah, you're bowling fantastic right now. You're gonna take totals with this game.
I was down like 5 pins.
Yeah, 5 pins is nothing, but bowling like that, it's huge.
Yeah.
You didn't see
They expect to get 4 marks in a row.
What's that?
They expect to get 4 marks in a row.
Yep. The pros on Friday night, they weren't at Riverwalk. Riverwalk was at CPL and Lafayette was at Metro. So I wasn't able to record either one of them. New to this, welcome, welcome. I mean, all you have to do is keep practicing. Like, if you want to go pro, you basically have to enter a lot of tournaments, so make sure people know who you are. And then also just be good enough for them to want you to bowl with them. Oh, 100% you have to wear bowling shoes, yes. So if you see, we actually slide a lot more than 10-pin bowlers do. So without shoes that could slide, you would never be able to do this game. Does Dave still run Leda lanes? No, it's Matt Susi and Alexis. They run pretty much everything here at Leda lanes. Oh, good ball from Justin. Let's go. I do own my own business, yes. Yep, it is my own route. There you go, nice shot. Yep, my own truck, my own business, everything. It's all my own bread stuff. It's a very good business to get into. Like, I don't work hard. I don't work long hours. I love everything about it, really. It's just, it takes a certain mindset. If you wanted to ever do something like it, you've got to practice it first. You've got to run a route for a little bit and just kind of make sure you enjoy it beforehand. Yeah, we don't think about when my truck breaks down, it is awful. Ball weighs between 2 pounds 4 ounces and 2 pounds 7 ounces. What do? I deliver bread. I drive a truck. Wow, beautiful shot from Justin. Just didn't want to go. Yes, my home bowling alley is Academy Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts. That is where I do most of my bowling. I also have an average because I bowled enough at Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Mass. But it's almost the same. I average 104 at Riverwalk and 105 at Academy. So it's about the same. 1 pin difference between the two. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Right in the hole. He's having a great game too. Don't do it again. Okay, that's a little better. So 106 through 9 right now for Justin. I don't know if the Pro League counts or not. I hope it does, because then I can do the New Hampshire State Tournament, which would be really nice. Good ball from Justin. Okay. All right, let's go. So he's got to hit it really low on the pin. Perfect shot.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I can't believe that didn't go. Wow. That was right where I would have played it. and he got the 9 out of it. So 115 for Justin, still good. 106 for Todd. 108, sorry, 108 for Todd. Yeah, that was a nice try on that spare at the end. That was exactly where I would have played it too.
More with me today.
Name of the game, Keegan, is Candlepin bowling. It is the best kind of bowling there is. John might have had a lob there, but got a pin coming out. So you'll see, there's no oil on the lanes. Todd Holbrook is running down there. He's going to grab that pin, bring it back here. Skip, Todd, skip. Only PD Pete skips coming back. This is definitely harder than 10-pin bowling. Yes, absolutely. That is no good. That does not count. Foul ball. Hey, Todd. That foul. John did. Oh, it already. Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't realize it automatically said it was foul. Yep. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. That's good. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit harder. Come on now, keep going for him, keep going. So his ball hit a pin in the gutter and then came out and knocked the pin down. So it was technically a foul ball. Nice spare. What a shot. So they get five frames in a row that they get the ball. Different leagues will do different things. This is a 5 frames at a time league. Yeah, so the ball basically doesn't count if it's a foul ball. So he knocked a pin down, so his score was deducted by 1 pin. Strikes are definitely not common in this game at all. I did earlier, Paul. I literally just did that like a few minutes ago. It showed up in. Yeah, they're a lot bigger than you might think because we are 60 feet away.
It won't be for long.
Highest score ever is a 245. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Come on, John. Big ball here. John's already won this game and this match at this point. I think he was down, he said, by 5 pins. In this game, he's already up by 7. So John has definitely won this one. So really, we should be focusing on the Craig, but Craig is not going to even come close here either. Even with a 10 here, that puts him at a 78. He cannot win this game at all. So Justin's won this game. I think he won the match. You won the match already? Yep.
Let's see. No, I won it.
Yep.
I got it. So I took 9. You just got 5. Yeah.
So Justin beats Craig Powers 9-3. John, I think, wins. No, it can't be 9-3. Can't be 9-3.
9-5.
9-5. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
My worst game of the season. I still squeaked out 9. I'll take it.
That's impressive.
Peter Lane's not kind to me.
I generally only do my own ACST matches and just kind of record them. But every once in a while, a couple of my friends, like pretty good friends with Justin Ruggiero and John Hogan, so they both asked me to come down here and do it. So I did, I decided to do it. But generally not too often. If they're at Riverwalk, if they're at Academy, I'll do them. This is kind of a hike for me. It's like 45 minutes from my house. But it's a pretty long drive for me to go. All right.
A great game.
Okay, everyone watching at home on Facebook, have a great night. And my TikTok fans, my favorite, all my people. That's the end of this match. Thank you all for showing up today. Thank you for any gifts you sent. Thank you for the new follows. If this is something you like to watch, make sure you give me a follow. I go live every Tuesday, every Friday, and every Sunday. So 3 times a week. So anyway, have a great night, and I will see you all on Tuesday if you're here.